Hey there, welcome, welcome. I'm April Yvette. I'm the creator of the Purpose-Driven Coaches and Entrepreneurs Facebook group. Welcome to my weekly talk. Today's Tuesday, September 21st, 2021. Today's topic is all about the real secret behind how to create content that spreads virally, how to create videos that spread virally, so that you can be seen by thousands or millions of people that you're meant to serve. So I'm going to break this down in a way that it's really, really powerful what I've learned over the years. Let me just give you a snippet of my background, and I'm going to share with you 4 things that must be in your content that will help it to get liftoff and actually start to spread from person to person. So I've been in sales and marketing for 25 years. I can't believe it's been that long, but it has. And I went from humble beginnings as a single mom making $9 an hour to generating $9 million in sales in 1 year. I won Salesperson of the Year at a corporate job. From there, I was promoted to the Affinity Marketing Manager, and my job was to generate leads for the entire sales team for a Fortune 500 company. I was grateful to help them increase revenue 15% year over year. From there, I invented a product called Thin Gloss. It was a cosmetic product, and I had an opportunity to be on the hit TV show Shark Tank and lots of other publicity, which I'm humbled and grateful for. And after selling out of all of my inventory around 2012, I was seeking God and asking Him what His plan is for me. I really wanted to step into that and do what He designed me to do in the world. And what was that? That's when I started my sales coaching and marketing business. I've been doing this for 9 years. All right. I have personally built a following of about 23,000 subscribers. That combines my weekly blog subscribers that I send out an email to each week. If you're not a member, please join it. And also all of my social media combined. I started from scratch, literally zero, and I built a YouTube channel from 0 views and 0 subscribers to 1.6 million views on my YouTube channel, and I think 6,000 subscribers at this point. So the reason I'm sharing that is because I did a lot of experiments, because I had this obsession around 2014, 15, and 16 with understanding what causes extraordinary success, what causes a tipping point and causes videos to spread virally, what causes a content, a post, a blog post, or a Facebook post, or a YouTube video to tip and spread virally where it gets thousands or millions of views. Y'all, I did a year-long experiment, a research project, and I don't know why I was so obsessed with figuring this out. But I dug deep and I started to study the most successful people, entrepreneurs in particular, that built the largest following online, but also built successful businesses, multi-million-dollar or even billion-dollar businesses. I started studying what they were doing. I started studying their content. I also went onto YouTube and I studied the top 100 highest, most viral videos of all time. And I took notes. Literally, I took notes for each one of those videos, and I started to see a pattern of what was a common thread among all of those videos that caused it to tip and start to spread virally so that you reached thousands or millions of people to watch it. I wrote a book about it. It's called This Is Success. I've never shared this book. It's not on Amazon. It was like a very small book that I wrote about my entrepreneurial journey. But I also started writing a second book called The Art of Going Viral. I have not published this publicly. I have not released it. It's saved on my laptop. But I know I'm called to finish it. So let me share with you who this is for today, and we'll get right into these core key elements of what causes marketing content posts and videos to spread virally and reach thousands or even millions of people in a heart-centered way so you can fulfill your calling. That's really what it's about. So, let me see where I want to start here. All right, I want to start here. Before you start anything, you've got to lay the foundation, okay? You've got to lay a foundation. If we try to create something from a place of fear, scarcity, or lack, or never enoughness, I don't have enough, or I'm not enough, it gets embedded. The feelings that you feel at the moment of creating a post, either in your handwriting, typing it, creating a video in your words that you're speaking, it gets embedded into the thing that you're creating. Y'all, that includes a physical product too. It includes an online course. It includes a post, a written post. It includes a speech. It includes anything that you create creatively. What you're feeling at the moment of creation gets embedded into the thing that you're creating, and it takes on that same energetic emotional state. If it's a low-level emotion, like fear, scarcity, lack, a lower-level emotion, you'll have a hard time having it spread. There are exceptions to this. If you have an angry rant, where you're literally angry, that can spread. But that may not be the type of post that you're called and meant to share in the world. You see what I mean? We've got to create posts in our style for who we really are, our truest, most authentic selves. That's a key piece of that. I'll talk about it in a minute. If you're creating posts that come from your spirit and not your personality, I want you to really catch this. There's a difference. From your spirit is what you're really here to do in the world. It's the message that you're really here to share. If you're creating content and posts and offers and courses and speeches and videos because you're trying to get something, because you feel like you're in lack, you don't have it, so you're trying to get it, it'll fall flat. It won't tip and spread virally. People can feel it intuitively, and they can't even put their finger on it, but they won't watch it. They may not even click on it, but something is keeping them away from interacting with your post. And I know that I hope that you're able to grasp this, but let me tell you, at the center of the most viral posts is two things: anger, rage, an angry rant, which is not my style. That's not what I'm here to do. Maybe it's not for you either. Unless it's a righteous anger and it's something that you're here to change in the world. And it's lacking, there's no judgment, there's no self-righteousness in it. It's just a change that you were born to make in the world. And you may have strong feelings that arise up out of that. It's because you're here to lead the change on that. All right, so that's the first one. Let me tell you the other one. If you're creating something that's rooted in love, pure love, love has different expressions. It can make you laugh out loud. It can give you feelings of awe and wonder and nostalgia. The purest form of love can be motivational. So you can speak with passion about something you're passionate about. Love can come in the form of a soft, almost like a soft, gentle whisper of wisdom that is so powerful and transformative in its nature that it tips and spreads, just like a quote that you've read before that just hit you right in your spirit. It was that powerful. It stuck with you because you're speaking the truth. spirits, when you create something that is at its core truth, it's rooted in love, that's when you have the highest probability of it tipping and spreading virally. If we try to create, and I just want to emphasize this again, and there's other elements to viral content. I'm going to get into that in a second. But you got to start there. I had to start there. I started creating videos and stuff that I thought would try to make me money, that would try to get eyeballs on it, that would help me to get clients, and it always fell flat. It's because I was trying to get something. When I did a 360-degree turn, I've shared videos that had a tipping point and they spread virally. And sometimes it was humor. It made people laugh out loud. But it was also sharing my truest, most authentic self, my personality type. And I shared a personal story that I was laughing out loud hard in the video, where it caused everybody else to laugh out loud. And it was entertaining for them. It created an authentic human connection. Because you're thinking, oh my gosh, I've experienced something like that too. You see, all your content, if you're a business owner, doesn't have to revolve around just how-to content, around what you do or what you solve or anything like that. Your content can revolve around positioning you as an authority, being entertaining, a behind-the-scenes view of your own journey behind the scenes. It could be a story that you share that's deeply personal, being vulnerable, something that's funny that made you laugh out loud on your journey and it's making others laugh out loud. All of that, it triggers emotion. Write that down. That's number one. Your content must trigger a high degree of emotion in order for it to tip and spread virally. Let me clarify and quantify that a little bit more. If you were gauging the level of emotion that it triggers on a scale of 1 to 5, it must be a level 4 or 5. If it's a level 1 or 2 or 3, it'll fall flat and it won't go anywhere. What you feel, and to the intensity or to the degree that you feel it in the moment of creation, is to the degree and intensity that your people will feel it when they're consuming your content. That's what moves people to take action. If you're just speaking from just logic, how-to content, just leading with logic, it'll fall flat. It won't get lift off. There's an old saying in sales that I heard years ago, that people buy based on emotion and they rationalize the purchase with logic. That's true. That is true. What's the emotion that you're here to help people to feel? Take hold of that. And everyone is unique. You've got a unique blueprint or imprint of who you are and what God designed you to be, and really what you're here to do. What is it? There's got to be an alignment. That's number 2. Number 1, create content that triggers emotion, like the overall idea of your post, the overall idea, the big idea of your video. Make sure that it triggers emotion, a level 5 emotion on a scale of 1 to 5. Level 5 is they laugh out loud, right? Level 5 is they feel so motivated that they want to get up and do something different, or they want to go out and change something. A level 5 is they have this deep feeling of love and connectedness, which is one of the 6 human needs. Everyone, like I said, everyone's different. It depends on your business, your message that you're sharing with the world, and your unique personality style. You got to do your own thing, not do what other people are doing. That's the other thing. So number 2, there needs to be an alignment. There's 2 levels of alignment. Alignment number 1, you've got to be your truest, most authentic self in your words, in what you're saying verbally, in your videos, and in every post, even if it's just an image that you create. We can't be a carbon copy of somebody else. Y'all, it takes more effort to try to be like, sound like somebody else who's successful over here. And we think, well, if I kind of sound like that, if I kind of do what they do, maybe I'll be successful too. It takes too much effort and you will burn out to try to be somebody that you're not. I hope y'all pick that up. I had to learn that lesson. I'm still learning it. It's easy to be who you are. It doesn't take a lot of effort to just be you. Just do you. Just do your thing. I had a client tell me one day, he said, April, you are doing your thing. You are doing your thing, lady. And I said, yes, I am. You got to do your thing, not somebody else's thing. How you do it. All right? Y'all, I come across as passionate. I'm highly passionate in my messaging. That's really who I am at the core. If I tried to be soft and subtle like a lot of I've seen other beautiful souls out there that are deeply spiritual, that are soft, and they've got this eloquence about them, that doesn't work for me. But it's brilliant for them. You see? The same is true for you. Another level of alignment is you got to find out what you're here to do. And know it without a shadow of a doubt. There's a conviction level confidence. It's not, I'm in the right area of what I'm doing. I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Like you got to find your lane, put your stake in the ground and go, this is what I'm here to do. This is the change I was born to make. This is who I'm called to serve. This is the message that I'm meant to share. This is the calling that God has placed on my life. That kind of level of conviction, you may express it differently than I do because you have a different personality than I do. That's what people will take hold of. They'll be magnetically drawn to you and they'll stumble across your stuff and they'll start to follow you, like your stuff, comment on it, and take the next step to invest in what you're doing. All right, so those are the alignments. Got to get that clarity. Here's another thing. You have number three, you've got 3 seconds. That's how short people's attention spans are. In today's crowded online marketplace, people are bombarded with marketing messages and videos and posts and all kind of stuff, podcasts, all kind of stuff over and over again all day long. So from a practical marketing standpoint, to get your messages, to get your video or your content to tip and spread, you have got to have clear messaging that captures people's attention in 3 seconds and it causes them to lean in and want to know more. So your title, your headlines, they must be compelling. They must speak to your ideal client's hunger, and it's got to be clear and specific. If it's fuzzy, too broad, or too generic with your messaging, they'll skim over it or ignore it or won't even interact with it. It won't capture their attention and pull them in. So I see a lot of people sharing a marketing message and messaging that is too broad and too generic, and they don't even know it yet. But that's why nobody's responding to your content and nobody's buying things. It's because it's too generic. And oftentimes they don't know it. It usually takes years. It took me years to figure this out. I'm right there with you. I've grown since then, thank goodness. The title of your video, the subject lines that you write, the first line of a Facebook post. Let me tell you some ideas of what can cause it to tip and spread virally. To literally stop people in their tracks. Well, they'll stop scrolling and they'll read it and lean in to read the rest of it. Shock and awe. So a title that is shocking. a sentence or two that's shocking. Okay? And again, based on your industry and your personality type. Shock and awe will get people to stop scrolling and listen and read it. Sharing a deeply held belief that your tribe shares. And it can't be any belief. Remember, everything, you got to gauge everything that you're saying on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 is the highest degree of emotion. It triggers the highest degree of emotion. So it can't be just any old belief. It's got one that is so strong that you have such conviction around that it's a level 5 for you. Share that one. And it's relevant to your tribe, your ideal clients, your ideal audience, and it's relevant to what you're offering. Start there. I call it taking a stand for something. Take a stand for something. Something that you believe in. All right. Another example. Stating something that's the exact opposite of the normal beliefs that people have in your industry or on your topic. So if the first 2 sentences of a post or the first 2 sentences of the title or the title of your video and the first 2 sentences that come out of your mouth of what your video is about, it's got to speak to your ideal clients in a way that they understand it and get it, but is the opposite of what they normally believe is true in your industry or on your topic. And let me go deeper on this. I call this becoming an emerging thought leader in your industry instead of being a carbon copy entrepreneur. That means you have a new, fresh perspective that's different than anybody else has heard before on your topic, in your field, or in your industry. It's so radically different, even the opposite of what people normally believe or think. If you'll do that, get ready. You will be flooded. It will spread. People will watch it. They'll pay attention, and it doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you run a ministry, it'll work. If you run a business, if you're a coach, consultant, if you're an author, if you're a speaker, if you're in IT sales, if you sell a cosmetic product, whatever that is, you've got to stand out in today's crowded marketplace by coming up with bringing your own original ideas to the marketplace. That's what I'm talking about. Sharing your own fresh perspective from your, basically, it's your own perspective on it, on an old topic. All right? So let me talk about another. If you use a title for your video or the first 1 or 2 sentences of a Facebook post or a subject line that is a pattern interrupt, that's a marketing term. A pattern interrupt is a sentence that stops people in their tracks where they listen and pay attention to you and they keep reading to learn out what you're going to say next. This is a little bit different because it can be anything. Let me give you an example. I did this with my lip gloss product. My lip gloss product, Thin Gloss, lip gloss that curbs appetite. Okay, y'all think about that. That combines 2. That kind of a title, me saying it verbally, or it's a title of a blog post, or if it's a title of a video, stops people dead in their tracks. Women that like cosmetics, especially lip gloss, and they're like, it's a pattern. It's like, that's not how you take diet pills, or you hire a personal trainer, or you do that Slim Fast stuff. That's how you lose weight. What? What is that? And then their next thought is, how does that work? Lip gloss? That's the next one, number 5. If your post, subject line, or title of your video creates a strong, high degree of curiosity. If it's a pattern interrupt, If it's the opposite of the industry norms, they've never heard it before. It's bizarre. It's weird. It's unusual. That's when they'll pay attention to you. And you don't have to change up the core or the essence of your message so much to capture people's attention, but it's got to be something new, fresh. It's got to be newsworthy. It can't be something old that they've heard before or something cliche. That's what gets content ignored. And I want to just emphasize this. If your style of communication, writing subject lines, writing blog posts, speaking at how you're communicating, again, if it's too broad or too generic, or people don't really understand the value of it, or they don't really get it, they won't respond to you. And they certainly won't take that next step to become a follower, a subscriber, or to eventually take the next step to buy what you're offering. Y'all, I see it. So I can spot generic messaging immediately. I've been doing this for so long, and it breaks my heart to see entrepreneurs do this, or ministers or business leaders. And it's not a hard fix. Sometimes it's just not in our wheelhouse or our strength to communicate or write. I've got a sales and marketing background, so I've gotten good over the years for being able to quickly wordsmith something or rephrase it to where it's a pattern interrupt or that it actually attracts attention. Y'all, this has been trial and error that I've been doing for my whole career, especially the last 13 years as an entrepreneur. That is how I got that many views on my YouTube channel. That's how I've been able to attract 23,000 and growing subscribers from my blog and all of my social media combined. And God is the one that's guided me on this. This isn't just my doing. I've gotten good at listening for guidance and then being guided how to write, how to phrase things. The Holy Spirit guides me on that. That's the last one I want to mention. It really is first. Your connection to God. For me, that's Jesus Christ. Because I'm Christian and I love other people, whether even if you have different beliefs than I have. And I honor and just love you right where you are, who you are, for who you are. And for those of you, I've got many people in my tribe that are Christian like I am. I love you too, my friend. I'm so grateful that you're here. But part of this, let me tell you the real secret. The real secret is when I stopped being just solely self-reliant, thinking, oh, I'll come up with this idea by myself. I can write this by myself. I can do this by myself. I can create this success by myself. And I was logically trying to think my way through this. The real secret is when you become God reliant and you bring your mind, will, and emotions with you as a tool to help you. So I spend time every day in prayer, reading scripture, worship, and listening for the still small voice of the Holy Spirit and the Lord to guide me on what to create so that I can fulfill the calling that He's placed on my life, to attract the people He's called me to help, and also to fulfill His plan for me and through me. That right there was the game changer. That was the game changer. All right, so that is all I have for you today. I hope this was interesting and helpful. Remember what I said. It's got to trigger a level 5 emotion on a scale of 1 to 5. Your wording and wordsmithing has got to be clear and specific. Talking about pattern interrupts, being the opposite of bringing your own fresh perspective on an old topic. It's already in you. So it's there. Sometimes you just need somebody to come alongside you who's got that background to be able to pull that out of you and help you to wordsmith it. That's what I do. That's part of my calling and my gifting. All right. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below what part was the most helpful or interesting, or maybe it was just a good reminder for you. Type it below. I'd love to hear from you. And then lastly, if you happen to need some help at some point with your content, with clarifying your marketing message so that it magnetically attracts your ideal audience, ideal clients, if you need a sales funnel to attract clients to you in a heart-centered way, God's way, I would love to talk with you. So if you need that, if you want to just talk and explore that, no pressure. I'm going to be opening up enrollment for my program, a coaching program, very soon to do that, to help you do that. Here pretty soon. I can help you with some taglines, some subject lines, things like that, to help wordsmith some things that will attract lots of attention for your content and your videos. All right, that is all I have for you today. If you want to chat, if you need some help, you're thinking maybe I should check into this, send me a private message on Facebook and in Messenger, and I'll reply and I'll get your call set up. In the meantime, I hope you have a fantastic day. Let me know what you like best about this. If you're watching the replay, type replay in the comments below so I know you saw this, and I'll see you soon. Much love. Bye.